Let's take a moment to talk about something every man experiences at some point in life. The painful urge to prove yourself to people who simply don't care. Maybe it's your family who never believed in your dreams. Maybe it's a partner who never saw your worth. Or maybe it's the so-called friends who always had something negative to say the moment you tried to rise above. I've been there too. I've sat in rooms where I wasn't respected. I've tried to explain my heart to people who didn't want to understand me. And the more I explained, the more empty I felt. Here's what I came to realize. Validation is like a drug, addictive and dangerous. The more you chase approval, the further you drift from yourself. The more you try to be understood by people who are committed to misunderstanding you, the more you betray your own peace. Why? Because their opinions become your prison. And every time you try to prove your worth, you hand them the keys to your self-esteem. Think about that. You're a man who's lived through hardship. You've got scars that tell stories. You've carried weight most people wouldn't even recognize. And you did it without complaining. And yet, here you are, still feeling the need to prove your worth to people who wouldn't even carry a fraction of what you've carried. Here's the psychological truth. When someone disrespects you, and you feel the urge to explain or justify yourself, it comes from a deep-seated fear of being rejected. That fear is rooted in survival, in our ancient wiring, because being outcast used to mean danger. But in today's world, being misunderstood won't kill you, but losing yourself will. And that's what happens when you constantly try to explain yourself to the wrong people. You start shrinking yourself, piece by piece. Let me offer you an alternative. Inner certainty. You don't need to be louder. You don't need to convince anyone. You need to get still. Still in who you are. Still in what you believe. Still in what you're building. Because men who know themselves deeply don't explain. They act. Their life is the evidence. Their peace is the proof. Their growth is the answer. This is what real power looks like. 1. You walk away from disrespect, not with anger, not with noise, but with quiet confidence, because you know your worth and you don't negotiate it. 2. You stop seeking validation, not because you don't care, but because you care too much about protecting your energy. 3. You stay silent and let time speak. The people who doubted you will eventually see. Not because you told them, but because life did. Let me tell you, peace is expensive. It costs letting go of people, opinions, and approval. But once you've tasted that kind of peace, you'll never trade it again. Stop proving yourself. You are not a product. You are a man. And your worth is not up for debate. Walk tall, walk quiet, and let the world adjust to your silence. This is Mind Wisdom TV, where we grow in strength, not noise, where we value peace over validation, and where we remember you don't owe anyone an explanation for being true to yourself.